Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This is a project I have been working on for some time now, and I think it is one of the biggest projects I have ever embarked on. When I first made this channel, I had visualized making shorter form videos and analysis and lore based content. As I kept going through with this channel, I started exploring different types of presentations and topics to cover, as well as other games I could get into. As someone that is mostly a Final Fantasy X and 12 person, I'd started branching out into the other Final Fantasy games as of late, immersing myself more into the worlds of Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy 15, 16. The goal one day is to be adept enough in my knowledge of the games and the lore and history behind them that I can bring into fruition some of the ideas I have kept away. Hopefully we can get into that soon. Meanwhile, this series is going to be the most ambitious one I've created in this channel yet, but that is because we'll be covering the timeline of Final Fantasy X, from the events at the start of the game to its finish, and everything covered in between. A project of this scope always felt a little bit intimidating when looking at it from a grand scale, which is why it took me some time before finally embarking on this quest, but hopefully it ends up being a good one and you all enjoy it. Honestly, with those who are subscribed to this channel, I suspect you would be more than very familiar with the story by now, so this will be more or less a recollection of the story's events, so I hope I do a decent enough job with this. If you enjoy it, please consider subscribing to the channel as it will help me greatly, and leave a like on this video as well, and comment on any interesting details I may have missed along the way or just in general. Also, I have opened the membership tier on this channel where you have access to custom badges, early access and member exclusive videos, as well as shout out at the end of videos. This is going to be quite a ride, so sit comfortably and grab a snack as you listen to this video. So without further ado, let's begin with the series of retelling of the story of Final Fantasy X. The storyline starts with the group sitting around the campfire, seemingly reflecting on their journey together. A young boy then rises and looks on the horizon of a ruined city, recalling the tale of his story, and sets up his role as both the main character and the narrator of this game.
Listen to my story. This may be our last chance.
It is now nighttime at a city on top of water. The same boy emerges from his room to a crowd of fans looking to cheer him on in an upcoming Blitzball game. After signing a couple of autographs with the name Tidus, he is requested to teach the game of Blitzball from a group of young boys, but rebuffs when he is told by a mysterious figure that he can't tonight, delaying that lesson to tomorrow.
Maybe tonight, well,
You can't tonight.
I mean tomorrow.
As Tidus makes his way to the Blitzball arena, he sees a picture of a man, and his reaction pretty much sets the tone of what the relationship is like later on in the story, as this is a person he is clearly not fond of. After passing through a crowd of people on his way to the arena, the match begins. A game between the Xanarkand Abes and the Duggles. It is an exciting match with plenty of action. But during the game, a giant creature emerges from the waters, seemingly welcomed by a man who holds out a canister. When Tidus prepares his signature shot, projectiles are shot from the creature and just barely missing him, but they destroy buildings in the process. It is clear this creature is here to cause destruction. After fleeing the stadium, Tidus meets the man in the scene earlier, Auron, and seemingly guides him towards the creature, calling it Sin, granting him his father's old sword. After waves of smaller monsters emerges to the bridge, Tidus and Auron fight through the waves of monsters, coming across the same image of the man Tidus saw earlier, who we find out is his father Jet, until they resolve to destroy the bridge using a stray bomb hanging off the edge, sending Tidus flying. But before anything happens, Sin appears on top of them and looks to absorb the two. In addition, Auron appears to be speaking to it.
You are sure? This is it. This is your story. It all begins here.
Tidus suddenly awakens to what looks to be a distorted version of his own hometown, with a mysterious symbol and seemingly underwater. As he swims down, he sees a younger version of himself standing in the middle of a platform, unsure of where he is or what just happened to him. Sometime later, he awakens, this time in a more realistic setting. He appears to be near the ruins of a building. Making his way inside, he is attacked by a massive water creature, and after hopelessly fighting it, is forced inside the ruins, where he creates a fire to keep himself warm, not knowing another fiend is stalking him. While encountering this creature in battle, a blast is heard and a group of mysterious humans enter the fray. A young girl approaches Tidus and seems to side with him as the duo finish off the monster. Her company, unsure of who or what he is, arrests him, and the young girl approaches Tidus, speaks a word in a mysterious language, and knocks him out.
Kuno.
Once again, Tidus reawakens, but this time at a ship, where he overhears people in similar outfits to those arrested him speaking in an unknown language. They are speaking to him as if they are making a demand, and after initially not understanding, the girl clarifies that he can accompany them as long as he helped them with work, which he reluctantly agrees to. The two then go underwater and recover what looks to be the remains of an ancient machine that has been stuck underwater for quite some time. After clearing the area of a large squid creature, Tidus and the girl power up the machine and are recovered by the group, which we see looks like a submerged ship. Despite helping out the crew, Tidus is still prevented from going inside and is stuck on the deck. Later, the girl from the company offers him food, which he happily accepts to the point where he eats a little too much and takes the water from the girl. Realizing her ability to speak English, Tidus finally has someone to communicate with on the group and they talk for a bit, with the girl introducing herself as Riku and inadvertently teaching Tidus a word in their language.
Why didn't you say so earlier?
I didn't get a chance to. Everyone thought we were a fiend.
We?
Oh, we means you.
She also introduces her people as the Albed, whom Tidus has no idea of. After saying he is the star player of the Xanarkand Abes, Riku listens confusingly.
Did you hit your head or something?
You guys hit me?
As Tidus explains about his life on Xanarkand, Riku listens on, but with skepticism.
Did I say something funny?
You were near Sin.
She then explains how Xanarkand was destroyed 1,000 years ago, contradicting Tidus' recollection. But when he explains the attack from Sin, she believes that it may be Sin's toxin affecting his mind. So she makes a suggestion based on his passion for blitzball.
You play blitzball?
Uh-huh.
You know, you should go to Luca. Someone might know who you are, or you might find someone you recognize.
Luca?
Ah.
Huh.
However, she warns Tidus not to mention to anyone where he is from, considering how it is viewed as a holy place by Yevon, preventing him from possibly offending anyone, which Tidus has a hard time believing. As he continues to ponder his thoughts and conversations he's had, he is frustrated with this belief. Then suddenly, the ship is attacked by Sin, who is under them, but it does not do any damage to the ship. Instead, Tidus falls off, not knowing where he is being sent to. Once again, he wakes up, but to a brighter and more luscious environment. As he suddenly awakes, he is hit by a familiar object. And I will end part 1 of the timeline here. Honestly, for many of you watching, this is gonna be more of a summary as opposed to a brand new storyline because we have already played this game and its story many times before. However, if you are new to the story and are wanting a series of videos just telling the story of the games, then you have come to the right place. Of course, if you enjoy this content and want to see other videos I have uploaded or coming up, consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification bell so you know when I plan to release new videos. I have also opened a new membership option on the channel if you want to come and support the work that I do. Members will have earlier access to the videos I put out, as well as exclusive content and shout out in future videos. Come and join my Discord and Twitch channel to see streams on Sunday where we can chat and have a good time on a Sunday afternoon. Other than that, this is Enzo signing out, and that, as they say, is that.